Hello, everyone. We're back. This is Jacqueline Kabah Harrison, self-esteem and confidence coach for African American women entrepreneurs. This is a Queen's Roundtable quarterly symposium. Thank you for being here with us. For those of you that are able to join us live, and for those of you that may catch the replay, ladies, now I'm hearing a little bit of feedback. Ladies, go ahead and introduce yourselves again.
Hi, everybody. I'm Wanda D, the Motivational Queen. Originally from Detroit, now living in Atlanta, Georgia. I am a media personality and also a transformational speaker and accountability coach. And what I do is I help people go from I should say, the voice of getting your message out through media. And I'm also a recorded spoken word artist as well as an author. So I am so excited to be here, Miss Jacqueline. Thank you for inviting me back on the Queen's Roundtable. I think it's the best thing on in the airwaves right now. Yay!
Hi, I'm Kizzy Gray. I'm also a life coach. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, and I help women tap into their potential to experience more out of life than what usually living a mundane, boring life, and just knowing that there's more inside of you. So I'm helping people be pushed into their greatness. I'm also an author as well, and a mom of 5, and a homeschool mom. So I'm always being kept busy with my own tribe as well as pushing others.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Sarita Plummer L. I've been a registered nurse for the last 18 years. I'm a veteran of the United States Army. I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I'm president of True Black Girl Magic Incorporated. It's a 501c3 founded in Chicago, where we're based. And right now we're starting to obtain our 501c3 in other states as well. So I'm excited to be here.
Good, excellent. Welcome, welcome. Now let me bring V in. Hang on, so she can introduce herself.
There she goes.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. My name is Vi. I'm a business coach and author, and I've been able to go from being an employee to an entrepreneur. So I help small business owners to build multiple streams of income with self-publishing a book. I'm also a friend, a daughter, a mom, and I just love fun. I have 2 grown kids. And also, I am also a nutritionist, and I've been like a community nutrition educator for more than 10 years.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Did we lose our host?
Oh my God.
But I'm only seeing your nose and below.
Really?
Yes.
I could see her.
I could too.
I wonder why it was only showing me part of her.
Yeah, so okay, so you guys can hear me now?
So it's only 4, you only have room for 4?
Yeah, I have to swap back and forth.
Got you.
So just bear with me. All right, ladies, audience, bear with us as well. So today's roundtable, again, I had some different things for us to talk about, but please, I'm open if anyone wants to talk about something different or add something to it. You know, it's all about being able to inspire, encourage, and support one another, as well as, you know, all of the other women within the community. Okay, so one thing, I just recently did a challenge not too long ago talking about self-care. So I thought that this would be good to bring it up now at this time, and we could all talk about self-care, how we practice self-care, what is the importance of practicing self-care, and especially around this time because all the kids have gone back to school. I know I have a 7-year-old, you know, back to school, back to college, wherever. And I just want everybody to share how you practice self-care and why is that important. Wanda, you can go first.
Um, well, self-care to me, that's just encompasses everything. I mean, your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul, how self-care. I practice self-care every day. From the time I get up, my daily rituals of just getting up and meditating, connecting with source, praying, you know, and then also that emotional part of self-care is very important, with how what we're telling ourselves. So I'm a believer in affirmations. I think that's real key to self-care. Our diet. So I'm paying attention to one thing I do know I want to improve in self-care, and that's this exercise and peace. I don't exercise like I would like to, so I'm really, really focusing in on that more so. It's just being outside to take a walk. So I've been really, really conscious of just, taking a break from the day and just going outside. It's a somewhat of a challenge when you're working at home and you get wrapped up in your work and loving what you do, and if I was a fitness trainer, I probably would be like just going at it, but that's not the type of work I do. So I really have to carve out that time. I know everybody can relate to, just carving out that time for yourself of, you might not want to do it, but you say, you know what, I need to do this. So, I make it a point to get out there. And Miss Kizzy, you said something earlier. You said something about homeschooling. So I homeschool too. I homeschool my grandson. And
Oh,
the beautiful part about that is I'll say, come on, let's go for a walk. So then
yeah,
his exercise, that's my exercise and everything
yes,
like that. So yes, to me, self-care is just a absolute journey of where we have to keep ourselves in that journey of self-care, because if we don't care for ourselves, then it becomes very difficult for us to care for other people. And we all know that as women, we care for a lot of people, around us. Just historically, this is what we do, the caregivers.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
I agree. I
Yes.
So,
agree.
So I agree with what both persons said before, and so I would just like to piggyback on that because self-care really means taking care of yourself. And as women, most of the time we focus on taking care of everybody else, the kids, the husband, everything, and we neglect ourselves. So self-care really is turning the spotlight on yourself and making it happen for yourself. It all starts with loving yourself, believing in yourself, making affirmations, and also having a plan so that you can move forward. So with me, I begin my day, with spirituality. When I get up every morning, I'm just grateful for that gift of life every day. So first thing, I'm always grateful because when I open my eyes, I know it's a gift because I didn't wake
right.
myself up. The clock didn't wake me up, neither a cock crowing didn't wake me up, but I know it was a divine me waking up was divine. So I'm always so grateful for that. And I always have a plan for the day for moving forward. And that's how I take care of myself because without a plan in place, I'm all over the place. I'm very stressed. So that's how I take care of myself. Self care.
Yes. I'd also like to say that, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
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 Okay, great. Self care is vitally important. I didn't even realize the magnitude until about 2 years ago. I actually recently wrote a book about self care, and I didn't realize how deplenished I was. And with all that I have going on, with being a mom of five, homeschooling, running a business, and building a dream on the side, and being a motivational coach, inspiring other people, pushing everybody. Like you said, we're caregivers. We give so much. And what I found is that, you can't give more than what you have within. And so it's so important to replenish yourself first and get poured back into, because you can't pour from an empty vessel. And, you know, just like on the airplane, like they said, you know, we know the cliche about putting your own oxygen mask on first. It's so important because when you've been depleted and you have nothing left to give, you are just tapped out and you don't have anything to give to others, not even in a quality manner. You know, you can't be effective in all areas. You can't be effective in business, at home, or in your relationship if you are depleted. And so part of my self-care routine is to get up early in the morning. I'm an early riser, so I go to bed early, early riser. And sometimes we don't get that, especially working in business. We might be burning that midnight oil and not have time to take time for ourselves. So it's best for me with my lifestyle as busy as I am to get up early in the morning, first thing, and spend my time in my devotion time, meditation on the Word of God, in prayer, and then I am poured back into so that I have something to give to others, so that I can be that good wife, be that good mother, be that good entrepreneur that I'm supposed to be. Otherwise, if I just start off the cuff and winging it, you're not gonna get the best of me, and you know it's not gonna be better. It's not gonna be a win-win for everybody. So if I don't get mine, it's hard to give out otherwise, you know. So I encourage people to give. And I, you know, again, like I said, I didn't realize how much it was important until a couple years ago, my husband had back surgery, and that was like the straw that broke the camel's back for me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm doing too much. I got too much on my plate. I didn't realize, you know, serving in church, doing all these extra things, and I'm here swimming and drowning under all the pressure now of having one more task to do. And so, you know, it's important to get yours so that you can give out effectively.
Absolutely.
So for me, we know that it's not uncommon for the everyday woman to have a lot on their plate, especially for a growing number of working women, females actually, who try to work-life balance. And I feel that neglecting self-care has real consequences, for our mind, soul, and body, and it's also for our professional life. So what I try to implement is taking advantage of my resources to either delegate, ask for help now if needed, instead of thinking I'm this superwoman, thinking I can do it all. That was the main piece for me. Being a breast cancer survivor, also understanding like you can't do it all. I sometimes think that was a time where God said, you know what, it's time for you to relax. Let some people finally cater to you, and use that. I think we need to know our strengths, know our strengths on what our limitations are. Meditation for me is a big piece. When I get up in the morning, I do see, I spend that time with God. I think that's our common denominator that we all have, based on what I've recently heard. I think having a foundation and faith base is so important in order to be able to have that discerning spirit to know when we've gone over too far, when we need to relax, when we need to sit down, and just being able to be a good steward of my health, not always stopping at a fast food restaurant because I don't want to come home and fix a meal, so that's kind of helps me to kind of focus on me and in order to be healthy for my family.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Wow, ladies, you guys just you said it all. But two things I wanted to. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Two things. One, Sarita, I'm a breast cancer survivor as well. Just recently diagnosed this year. So, it's just hearing you say that really brought up a lot of feelings for me. But I wanted to say that us as women, right, juggling between full-time job, being a mother, being a wife, responsibility, having a business, responsibilities in the community, so on and so forth. I think it's extremely important to make self-care part of your routine, right?
Mhm.
That way, when you make something a part of your routine, it's more likely to happen, because you understand that it's important and that it's necessary. But what I want to get some feedback on you guys about is, do you ever feel guilty when you take time out for yourselves? And if so, why? And what would you say to someone else that's experiencing that?
I just want to take it.
No.
I
Well,
used to be guilty. Go ahead.
you did? Okay, talk about it.
No, I used to feel guilty, but again, this was before my epiphany of really needing to take time for myself. Really, before up until 2016, I was a guilty person for doing that, and now I know the importance of it. But no, I, I I I get to the point where each year I take time to myself, by myself, away from my husband, away from my kids. So now the guilt is gone. I'll take a week off to myself, and what that week does gives me clarity. It gives me a chance to just think clearly, because with everything pulling at you, you don't always get to have your top level of performance because you're always being pulled from. And so now the guilt is gone. I used to feel so weighted down by guilt, but not anymore. I am so free. Let me tell you, I am so free now. I will go take my walk, take my drive, whatever, take my time. And I'm not a selfish person. We all know that self care is not selfish. But I am that type of person now who I will have to get mine, because if I see myself getting low, if I see my battery going down, I know what I need. And I know I have, if that means locking myself in a room for an hour and say, okay, please don't bother me right now, I need this personal space, then I will get it. And so now I'm just guilt free about it.
Hmm.
I used to feel guilty about getting time for myself initially. I think in that with my first child, he's 9. Well, he's actually just turned 20. He's away in college now. But when I was a parent the first go round, and just wanting to have that little time away, whether it's to go out to the movies with the friends, or going to dinner, and even just a few hours, I'm like, oh my goodness, I thought that I had to be present all day, all the time. And then when I realized, when I had a health scare, and then my health started compromising because I was trying to be the super mom and PTA mom and, super wife, super daughter. And then I had, as Oprah would say, that aha moment, like, you know what, no, you need to spend some time with you. So whether if it's now the nail shop, or just go for ice cream, or just walk around outside or in the yard or working, I know that it's important. And so I know Dr. Hollis, you mentioned earlier that if we're not taking care of ourselves, we can't be healthy for anyone else. And I think that I choose me first in order to be healthy for the family.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so true. At least we all have something in common, because I used to feel guilty also, because I believe, that I was indebted to my family, so to my kids, my husband. And so I felt, I have to sort of do everything for them, put them first. And, as women, we behave as superwomen most of the time. And because of that, nobody really take time off to see how we ourselves are feeling,
Mhm.
until that day when, as my defining moment came, and I realized I was on my own. I had to make decisions, and through it all, what I come to realize is that I was lost. But when I found me, when I found out who I am, when I get to know who I am, that
Mhm.
is what made a difference in my life.
Yes.
Because you see, all the time I define myself as mom, wife, that sort of
Mhm.
thing. But I did not understand. I didn't know who I am. I didn't understand that I have a purpose and a calling. But when
Yeah.
that time came, that's where there came a turnaround in my life. So I no longer
Yes.
feel guilty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Hi.
Love
Hi.
you.
Hi.
I am just so taken in by what you all are sharing in terms of self-care and not feeling guilty about it. I am a huge proponent of self-care, and I think, me personally, I learned that when I take better care of myself, I was a better mom. I was a better employee. Everything went smoother for me. Now that my children are launched, I have millennials, they're off doing their own thing. It's still important to put myself first at the top of the list of things to do. So self care for me shows up every day in what I do for myself, whether it's a special lunch, whether it's going for a walk in the afternoon, whether it's stopping to take pictures of a nice scene or going for a walk. It just helps me feel better, and I'm better for those that I serve. So there's no guilt in that, to be the best that we can possibly be, to help and be of service. That superwoman that you were talking about,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot easier being a superwoman when you're well rested. Feeling good about yourself, your energy is good, your psychology is good, your mental health is good. So we can do all the things that we need to do and serve others the way that we need to serve them.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
I agree.
So, wow, ladies, that's everyone can hear me okay?
Yes.
I
Yes.
would just like to make sure. This is just wonderful. And I threw that in there about the feeling guilty part because I know I experienced that when it comes to self-care as well as when it comes to working on my business, because
Yes.
I have the one child, but he's 7.
Yeah.
And, so I still kind of struggle with that. I'm thinking maybe if my children were older, I probably wouldn't as much, but because he's so young, and this is my only child, I do still kind of struggle with that in terms of balancing and the guilt. But when I normally take time to myself, I work out a lot. I haven't now because of the surgery and so forth, but I normally swim and I do the elliptical, and that is definitely my time.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna bring Wanda back in a minute.
Yes.
But I wanted to touch base on the importance of having the right people in your circle and how important that is, and share with us some different experiences you've had with that and why that's so important.
Okay. Okay, so I'll jump in first. So it's really important because even as my mentor says, to surround yourself with like-minded people, and it's really true, because when you move from over there and you come to on this side, you need to have a different company, you need to have a different crowd, because whatever you leave behind, you leave it for a purpose. And if you come on this side, you need to stay with people and have new friends, new circle on this side, because what would happen is that whatever you left would draw you back to where you were. And I realized after I found myself, yes, I was lost. And when I found myself, what it is, I surrounded myself with like-minded people. And there it is, I started doing personal self-development training. I have a mentor, and there it is now. I went from being an employee to an entrepreneur, and now I'm an author. And why? The people in that circle, they influenced me because
Yes.
I saw that they did it, and then I could do it also. And that is how it worked for me. So now I am co-author of three books, and then I also have author for another book I'm launching next year.
Yeah.
So that could not have happened if I was still over there. I had to cross over in order and surround myself with the people to get to where I want to go.
Yes.
Yes.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
Well, that's great. You know, you said a lot of stuff, and what resonates the most is you get stuck when you don't recognize that you need to change your circles or when you need to get around other people. You know, that kind of it gets us stuck, and who wants to be stuck? You know, so the biggest lesson I think for us all to learn is that we really have to identify with who people are in our life. That's the only way we can really like move into being around other people. So we have to do all of the self checks and self evaluations of who's in my life and what are they doing for me and what am I doing for them. You know, so recognizing who's in your circle, I think is the biggest key to you even moving forward in your master plan. Because if you got a lot of dead weight around you, people pulling you back, people constantly trying to remind you of who you used to be. You know, if you're working on this new person, you don't need to be reminded of who you used to be.
Yeah.
So a lot of times those old influences keeps us stuck in a matter that we're not able to grow. And then you lose that fire. So, you know, being around the right people is imperative to building any vision or any dream. You know, we can't do it because we can't do it alone, you know, first of all. And it's like if you smoking crack, then you're around the if, you know, literally
Yes.
if you're eating
Yes.
poorly, then you're around other people that eat poorly. So you have to really say, you know, who do I want to be around, because that's
Yeah.
what I strive to be or become, or that's the area I'm working on. So you can't call up that friend and all y'all go do is eat donuts if you're trying to lose weight. You know, that's not the person that you need to call up. So, you know, let's be more mindful of who we spend time with. And I tell you, changing circles to me is like probably the loneliest position to be in, because you will have to be in a circle all by yourself sometimes, and let that be okay.
Yes.
Let that be okay. Be like, ooh, this is kind of comfortable, you know, because it's you. It's your time to reflect on who you are, who you evolving to, and what direction you want to move in. And then, like Bai said, you know, being an author, then you know you feel a surge of energy when you're around other authors. It's like being around creative spirits. I have social tribes, so if I want to go hang out with my artsy people, you know, I have an artsy tribe, and that really gets my, you know, juices to flowing. And you have a strong community. You could, because we have so many different communities here, that we can always link up to what we want in our life. So you know, hey, I'm trying to get this fitness thing going on. Let me hang out with these folks over here because they're all about health and nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're trying to get your money thing right, you know, pick up some books and hang out with the people that's showing you how to maximize, you know, multiple streams of income. But the key to me, the best thing is to, when you sit down in your meditation, this goes back to self-care. Your self-care and your relationships go hand in hand. You can't divide the two, you know. So so that's all I have to say about that.
That's good.
That
I agree with this. You know, I've heard it said many times before that you are the sum total of your five friends, of five closest friends. So if you have four broke friends, then you're the fifth one. And so it's who, it really does matter who you
Yes.
surround yourself with. So you need to be with people who are your level or above. And actually, I recommend being on the level, or becoming friends with people who are above your level or where you aspire to be. Like Vi said, it wasn't for surrounding herself with the right people that she was able to write books and become an entrepreneur and all those things. And I say the same thing. Your support system is vitally important. And this is what I recommend based on what Wanda said. And if you find alone, and when you don't have that circle, then we have a modern day society where we can pick and choose who we want be in our circle. And when you're in your alone time, the way that we can pick and choose want to influence us and those affluent people is if we're alone, we got YouTube. We can be mentored by people from a distance. We can pick the best people from Bill Gates or whoever we want to get our financial knowledge from, or who we want to get our relationship information from. So even though we're in that alone time, that still is preparation time, and that goes back to your self-care and self-development. So, if you get around those people who are doing better than you will automatically rise up to the top because your mentality would change, your perspective changes, and you're not in that low place like you were. So I agree with Wanda. Take inventory. See who is draining you. See who's detracting from you. See who is bringing you down or keeping you in a place because they don't accept the new you, the new you you're becoming. And maybe you're trying to rise higher, and because their mentality is lower, or maybe they can only accept you for who you are and who you were, but they're not ready to see you go on to your next level. They're not the people for you. And there's a season, there's a time and a season. Some people are here for a season, some people are here, beyond that. And so once you recognize that, you're able to move on to the place you need to be and remove the dead weight. Like Wanda said, I love that she said that. Remove the dead weight. That is so important because we can't get to where we need to be with all that excess baggage. That's just too much. So yeah, take the inventory, get your support system, and if you don't know anybody who's more affluent, you don't know anybody who's thinking, then connect to a coach. I mean, I have a coach, and I think it's important to invest in yourself to get a coach. I think every good player, every good CEO, everyone who's doing well at anything, they need somebody who's pouring back into their lives, who's investing in themselves. So make the investment. It's not too expensive. You can cut something else out and pour back into yourself for personal development. So invest in a coach, be around, be in an accountability group or something where you can have people that hold you accountable to help launch you to where you need to go. And again, if you don't have that, then hey, you got YouTube University. That's what I call it. You can get all the information you need from the people who are already there, living it out, walking it out, experiencing it, and you can learn from them.
Yes. Lisa?
Oh, yes. So I agree with what all the ladies said. The only thing that I would add is sometimes, and I think Wanda, you touched on it as well, is that we have to be our best cheerleader. We have to be our first cheerleader. People tend to jump on board when they know that we're headed in a direction and we're not going to allow anybody to derail us. I'm thinking for myself personally, anytime that I've done anything, tried something different, gone into a new direction, I didn't have the tribe or the people around me. It was when I started on the journey, on the path, that I came into the group. I came into those people that were the support system and the encourager, the art folks, the authors and things, because when I wrote my first book, when I started the process, that's when it's like the Chinese proverb, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So when I started writing the book, then people are coming out of everywhere, nook and cranny, authors. When I started to speak, coming across other speakers, when I started different things, that's when the people, for me, that's just my own personal experience. That's when the people came along that were in that arena, and to offer the encouragement and to be the catalyst that I needed in order to continue on the journey. Because you all know, in writing the book, at some point you get frustrated and want to throw in the towel. And starting the business, at some point you question yourself, is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Because there are challenges that come up and there are issues that come up, but it's at those times when those individuals that are there to support us and surrounding ourselves with the right people that make all the difference. in the world to continue and get us over that hump. So I think Jacqueline, that is incredibly important, is to have the right people, but be willing to take the journey alone, whether there are people around or not. Be your first and your best cheerleader.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, guys, I mean, that was just a phenomenal. I mean, just all of this good information, and it's so much I want to comment on, but I can't remember everything. But one thing Kizzy said, I know I had to. She's in the lobby for a moment, but she said YouTube University, and I love it.
Yes.
I love that.
I love
She's
it.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We have the opportunity to, to learn from anyone in any setting, in our bed. Even if we want to sit in our bedroom in our pajamas and learn, we can do it. And I think it makes it. I know for me, I have friends and family around me.
Yes.
But some of them are very supportive.
Yes.
Some of them, then there's a small percentage that want to be supportive but don't know how. And so what I've had to do was I found a lot of support in a lot of online communities, entrepreneur communities with other women out there juggling, children, full-time jobs, getting their business up and running, and I have found that to be a huge support for me.
Yes.
And I noticed that when I work with my clients, I tell them, because the thing of it is, I think a lot of times we tell our children, or at least I remember being told as a child, birds of a feather flock together, and your parents always got upset. Like if you hung around the so-called the bad kids in the school, the kids that weren't studying, right? Because they didn't want them to influence you. But I think as we grow up, and become adults, I think we kind of lose the value lesson in that concept, and we just have to understand that when we start moving in a certain direction, there are certain people that are not going to move with you. Somebody said earlier, I don't know if it was Lisa, Wanda, I don't know, but someone said earlier, some people are not going to vibe with the new you. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, okay. Because like you said, if you're starting to move in a different direction, there's going to be those people that are going to support you. And there's going to be those people that you're just going to have to kind of leave right there. And that's okay. And I know sometimes that's challenging, especially when it's family. For me, especially when it's family.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I understand. I was talking with Sarita there for a second. Did everyone give input on surrounding yourself with the right people?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. Let me bring it back in. Okay. So yeah. So I just think that that's just so important. Oh, I know. And I was also saying too that like when I work with my clients, I tell them that's one thing that they can change, that they will realize that it'll make the world of a difference. Just a world of a difference in your life. And that's even to do with people that just don't have a positive outlook on life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You don't want to surround yourself around a lot of people who don't have a positive outlook on life. So, okay. So yeah. All right. So I'm gonna put Miss Kizzy back in. I wanted to ask you guys now because I know we're getting ready to run out of time here. But myself and Miss Wanda D, we have a book collaboration project that is set to roll out on the 22nd of this month.
Wow.
And the title of it is called Wake Up Winning No Matter What. So I wanted to give everybody, you know what, I think Wanda had to leave. So let me bring Kizzy back in. Yeah, hold on one second. I'm going to bring Kizzy back in. And Sarita says she can't get back in. Okay. Miss Kizzy, all right. So what I was saying is that I know we are over or after 4 o'clock, and I believe Miss Wanda had to leave. She did say that she was going to have to leave at 4 o'clock. But the last piece of the puzzle is that we have a book coming out called Wake Up Winning No Matter What. And I wanted to close with that. And I want you guys to tell me, what does that mean to you? And why is that important? Lisa? Dr.
Oh, yes. So waking up winning no matter what. For me now, okay, I typically am a positive person. I am the glass is half full, not half empty. And waking up winning for me is that I win. I know I win. I'm a person of faith, and I believe that all things work together for my good. And however that is, even if I don't get that speaking engagement, even if I don't get that particular contract, I just believe that the one I'm supposed to get, I'll get. The opportunity I'm supposed to get, I will get. I'll just keep putting myself out there, keep applying for the opportunities and so on and so forth, because what's right for me and what's for me is for me. So I win. Even when it looks like I'm losing, trust me, I win.
You better
I
preach.
love it. I love it.
Yes,
Kizzy?
I'm all over that, piggybacking on you, girl. And that's inspiring because that is like my testimony. I don't care what I'm coming up winning because I am not going down. There's too much in me. There's too much potential. Like Jacqueline always talks about your potential. There's so much greatness, and I am not going down. So even if it looks like I'm losing, hey, I know
that's right.
Greater that's in me that He is in the world. You know, and I think Wake Up Winning, it has a lot to do with your mindset, like Lisa was saying about being positive. That has so much to do with everything. You know, always finding the brighter side of everything. So even the things that go wrong, even when she said, "Look like I'm losing." Okay, so if the door is shut or if the opportunity didn't come through, okay, that's not for me. I got something greater. I got something better. I'm always looking for something. Okay, maybe it wasn't the right timing. Okay, well then maybe he's not the right person for me. Maybe it's their loss and not mine. You know, and so always just looking for the bright side of everything because, you know, you have to keep your eyes set on the prize, set on the vision and keep moving forward. You know, and when you wake up and say, you know, first of all, I'm born to win.
Yes.
We were created to win. All right. You know, we won from the time we came and you know, when the seed was fertilized, we were the winners of that. So we were born winning. And so we're going to keep on winning. And in every level of life, there's another level to get to. And we will keep on going and keep on winning. And if you have that mindset, there's nothing that shall be impossible unto you. You shall move forward into your greatness, step into your destiny, walk forward into your future. And so if you don't entertain the negativity of others and get that foolishness out of your way, and then just crush even the negative thoughts in your own mind.
Yes.
All get them. Now, we all come under attack with that, but if we squash that, immediately kill it. I've heard someone call it killing the ants, the automatic negative thoughts that come into your mind. Crush it immediately and don't entertain it. Don't sit and let it mull over and then dwell on it. And then it's hard to get from under because it's a heavy weight. Crush those ants immediately and keep on moving on. And then replace it with a positive affirmation, even out your mouth. Say, no, I am a winner. I can do this. I am born for this. I'm created for it. And then keep on moving forward because, you know, there's so much to go and so many places to go, so much to do, so many places to see, so much I have yet to do. So keep on forward with that winning mindset.
Okay, well, I guess now it's my time to jump in. Okay, so I think everybody made the point that I had, but I'll piggyback on that again. So wake up winning to me, it means waking up with purpose, power, and destiny in mind. Because when we wake up, we must have a purpose for the day or to move forward. And with that day, with that purpose in mind, you have to have something to drive you. So that's the power, what to drive you. And we must know also, we don't need anyone to validate us. So if all else fail, we got to know we have to be positive and motivate ourselves. You know, as David said, David was king,
Yes.
and David said he had to encourage
Encourage
himself because
himself.
he was the king. Imagine the king himself, and there was no encouragement around for him. So we have to wake, as a winner, we have to wake up knowing that we can do it and we don't need anyone to validate us. If they come along, fine, that's a bonus. And also, we have to know that we can turn failures into valuable lessons. So when things happen, when things come our way, I remember this old saying, when nature give you a lemon, what would you do? Make lemonade. So I remember there was a time when I was working, and all my other co-workers would send me very far, because I was a community nutrition educator. So all the others wanted just the areas around which is close to them, and all the far areas or all the challenging areas, they said, you know something, we would send Vi. And you know what I said? Nature hand me a lemon, so I made lemonade with it. And I sipped my lemonade, and I went to these places. Yes, I went to these places joyfully, positive, and then eventually what happened? Everybody was jealous. And eventually I couldn't get to go because everybody else wanted to go into the same areas that they didn't want. So I know we have to learn how to turn our failures into valuable lessons. And then the key is always challenging ourselves to make the meaningful changes when anything happens, because things will never work according to plan. Look, when we were trying to get on this show, what happened? There was so much setback, and Jackie could have said, well, you know something, I am going to shelve this and put it for another day. But no, you have to have the mindset that you're going on in spite of. We are our own cheerleaders, as someone said,
Yeah.
right? So it's a matter of, so that's how we can all wake up winning.
Yes.
Yes.
So the question is, what does wake up winning mean to me?
Mhm.
So each time for me, when I wake up in the morning, it's a blessing. Anytime I'm on this side of the ground, it's a blessing. That's a win. Because as my great grandmother used to say, I could have been in my cooling board.
Yes.
And, but I think of when you wake up, I think about winning the day. I'm not worrying about next week. I'm not worrying about next month, next year. I'm worrying about the now.
Yes.
I think about that. You can't be worried so far about the future, immediately. It's just like, how am I going to get through the day? Um, if you think about looking at a mountain in a distance, you might trip over the molehill right in front of you. So I say that to say, whatever it is that day that you have planned, I write out like a daily list, and I have that one Mama Jamma thing that's on my list that I'm going to make sure that gets done. It may be something related to everybody else, family, work, but that Mama Jamma that's on my list is for me. That's what I'm going to do that day, to scratch that list off and say that's what I'm going to accomplish that day. So winning, it's that breath of fresh air. Not putting too much stress on trying to get everything on the list done, but whatever that main thing on the list, making it count for that day.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Well, ladies. Wow. Well said. Well said. Um, you guys touched on everything. But for me, I guess in my own words, wake up winning means it's a decision that I make. Because there was a very long time that I didn't feel like I had anything worth, anything worth saying. that anybody would want to hear or benefit from. I felt very powerless, that I couldn't really, that living an abundant life or creating the life of, that I truly desire, I didn't feel like that was in the cards for me. It was always kind of, that's something for other people because they're worthy, they're smart, they're capable, you know. And I didn't for a very long time, I didn't think that about myself. So for me, that means I make the decision to walk in my purpose, walk in my power, and to be able to create the life that I truly desire,
Yes.
So that's what it means to me, to be able to believe in myself and my abilities to create the life that I truly desire as well as deserve. That's what that means for me.
Yeah.
So I had to take Miss V out, so I could say that much. But I want to end with, thank you guys, and for those out there listening, thank you for bearing with us. Um, I am a perfectionist. I'm a Virgo, right? Oh, you know what? I meant to wear my little crown too, y'all, because my birthday was Friday.
Happy
Um,
belated
yeah,
birthday.
thank
Happy
you, thank you. I
birthday.
think my son is
Yes.
going to get my crown from me. But it's just amazing, and I appreciate you guys working with me. I know it was a lot of bumps in the road, but I really wanted us to be able to continue.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people, that are going to catch it are going to be able to benefit from it. And please, I'm going to give you guys the link so you can definitely share it out.
Share
Yep,
it.
I got my
Yes.
birthday crown, y'all. So
Yay.
47.
Woo woo.
And also too, Sarita, I had heard you share earlier about being a breast cancer survivor. And so am I. This is very recent for me, very recent diagnosis. So, I'm still going through the breast reconstruction part right now as we speak. Um, but again, I'm determined.
Yes.
I am determined. So what I'd
Yes.
like to close with, thank you, Jason, 7-year-old. What I like to close with is tell me, and then I'm going to take myself out and bring V back in. But go ahead and share with the audience what the one takeaway is from you that you want them to be, that you want them to know. And then 2, tell them where they can find you, or if you have a particular offer going on, give them your website address or so on and so forth. Okay, ladies? So I guess start off with Lisa, Kizzy, then Sarita, then we'll do Vi.
Okay. So this is so timely. I am working on the Today I Choose Me Summit. So and the book collaboration. So if anyone is interested in participating in the book collaboration, Today I Choose Me, don't hesitate to email me, lisa@kickboxingbelievers.com. And the one takeaway that I would like to leave with the listening audience is that what Jackie said about waking up winning and what all the ladies have shared is that every day we have to make a choice and a decision, and make the decision to choose yourself.
Yes.
Choose you. And that's not selfish. It's not ungodly. The word says that we're to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. So we have to love ourselves first in order to be of service to others. So today I choose me. I think she said, Kizzy, you're up. I think you're next. Yes.
Thank you. That's so powerful, and she really took the words out of my mouth, and I just piggyback and echo the same sentiments. Okay, so me and Lisa have never met
Yes.
before. I'm telling you, I'm about to high five her.
Yes.
That's my girl. She's just saying some of the same things that I just really wanted to recapitulate and just because we were talking about self-care and how
Yeah.
important it is, we really must make sure that we make it a point to get our time to be poured into. You can't pour from an empty cup, from an empty vessel. And believe me, you are not any good to anyone else if you are not first fulfilled. You have to have your fuel levels high, your energy levels high, your emotional state high, your mental state high, in order to serve well in any capacity,
Yeah.
whether that as a mother, as a wife, as a business owner in ministry, or what have you. You have to make sure you take that first in serving yourself, after God, of course.
Yes.
Um, but then, be able to be effective, you have to do it. It's a must. It's not even a choice. I mean, it's a requirement, it's a necessity, it's an absolute must have. And just don't neglect it. Don't neglect yourself. And so what I have going on, which I will be doing shortly, which I have written a book about self-care, and it's a 21-day transformational journal. It's on Amazon.com, but you can also find it on my website, which is KizzyStatenGray.com, and that's KizzyStatenGray.com. And I'll be doing, I actually will start piggyback. It's not piggybacking on Jacqueline, but this is such a apropos time, because she mentioned, back to school and back to college and all these things. Now what my focus is going to be on back to me, because you have to take care of yourself in this transition time of everything that's going on.
Yes.
So I will be sharing a little bit more about that on social media in the days to come. And so be looking on the lookout for that. I would love to have you guys join me for that. And so again, it's going to be at KizzyStatenGray.com. And you can also follow me on all social media at Kizzy Staten Gray. I'll have those promotions. I have some free downloads for you with self-care, a free self-care calendar and challenge. So you'll be able to download all of that as well. So thank you for the opportunity. And I am so blessed to share this platform with Vi, and Lisa, and Wanda, and everyone who's on here. Sarita, I'm a military veteran too, so we have that in common.
Oh, thank you
So
for your service, ladies.
with Jacqueline is always pushing your potential. So thank you.
So I one takeaway that I want, or several takeaways that I want the listening audience to be able to take away is to, if you don't have a relationship with God, definitely you want to develop that intimate relationship with God. That's first and foremost. That would be what, above anything else, that keep you in perfect peace.
And
Not your friends, not your
Yes.
peers, not your loved ones. Because when they gone, that's who our anchor is.
Mm-hmm.
That's first and foremost. Be you, just be you. Love yourself. You are perfect just the way you are in God's eyes. If you're not, then pray and ask God to remove all unwanted residue from prior soul ties or whatever it is that may be bounding you mentally, emotionally. You are valuable.
Yeah.
You are enough. Just know that. Make sure that you are going to get your well-being checks done. Women do self-breast exams. Most households are led by women, and the numbers among African American women, as far as heart disease, breast cancer, ovarian cancer, we're leading those numbers. And a lot of times that we're not putting ourselves first. Self-care is a part of wellness, the body. So we want to make sure that we become better stewards over our body so that we can remain healthy for the longevity. And whatever that dash is between your birth and death, just make sure that whatever you're doing in between that birth and death, that your dash, that you make it count. And thank you so much. It was a pleasure, ladies.
Bye.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was so absorbed in what you guys were sharing. And so I was thinking that you guys shared everything I had in mind to say. So I'm thinking, oh, what's left for me to say? So I'm going to swing away from what I was going to share because basically the takeaway I was going to leave was on love, which means love God, love
Yes.
yourself, and love others. So don't allow the opinion of others to become your reality. Get to know yourself. Even as you love God, you love yourself. In loving yourself, get to know who you are. So don't allow other people's opinion to be your reality. People would think all sorts of things about you, and they may not really get to know who you really are. Many times we look at a book, we judge the book by the cover.
Mm.
But then you know what? When somebody begin to judge you again, tell them, look again. Because beyond what they are seeing, they haven't discovered who you are. They need to discover you. They need to know your heart. So this is why it's important. Loving yourself and knowing who you are is very, very important. And another nugget is that we have to, in loving ourselves, we have to take care of our health because health, many times, the one person said, your health is your wealth. And many times we put that on the shelf, right? We get up, we had a busy day, and we didn't think about ourselves. We didn't think about having a meal. Breakfast is the first meal of the day. And basically, what you do, you refuel your body. So breakfast is important, but many times what we do, we refer to non-food items, we skip breakfast. So that won't work. We need to actually have breakfast, not have a rope for breakfast. No skipping meals here now. And as long as you refuel your body, you have your breakfast to start, you would be on the winning side. You would be winning your game. You would be on the winning team because you know why? You refuel the body and you are saying, yes, we are ready to make it. We are ready to win this day. We are ready to win this game. So it is so important to love yourself. So you love God, love yourself, and then because in loving yourself, you can never love yourself without loving God. And you cannot love others if you didn't have that love of God filling you to pour into others. So you
Yeah.
cannot separate it. You know, one person said, what love got to do with this? Love got everything to do with this. Because it's a command. God said that was the greatest commandment. Love God, love yourself, and love your neighbors. So that's what we got to do in life in order to win and to survive in this life. We need to LOVE. So my book, which is The Power of Betrayal, which will be launched on the 22nd of this month. Yes. And you can follow me on Facebook as Vi Ned Jackman, and you will get all the updates there from my Facebook page. So thank you very much. It was really nice sharing this platform with you ladies. Thank you so much again. Love you.
Love you.
Okay, ladies, I hate that we can't all end at one time, but thank you guys again so much for joining. The panelists, thank you so much. All of this wonderful wisdom. I can't wait to go back and watch it again. You guys, I mean, it's been a wonderful experience. All of you are so nice. I mean, Sarita, I know you and I have talked briefly. Kizzy, this is my first time even meeting you, although, you know, when you reached out to me, I said, no, I said to myself, oh, I like her, you know, because you seem really just down to earth, you know,
Yes.
and definitely now meeting you, I'm like, wow, you know, and Lisa, you are phenomenal, and I am so excited about the upcoming event in January. I love it. You are a
Yes.
beautiful person as well, and V2. I mean, it's just, I think it's just a wonderful mixture.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, and I knew Wanda was going to have to leave early, but the motivational queen, she's phenomenal in herself. And us both being from Detroit is just like, wow, that's like amazing. So I'm gonna, if we can go ahead and conclude now,
Okay.
and I'll just take everybody off one by one, and then I'll just bring V back up and say goodbye to her as well. Thanks again, ladies.
Thank you.
So who wants to go? Who wants to go first? Oh, okay. Oh, they all went. Okay. All right. All right, ladies. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Okay.
Who's Wanda?
Who? Wanda. She's a. You know what? I wonder if I could still go back on there. So, everyone, I didn't want to jump off just yet. I wanted to again thank the audience. Your participation and everything is so much appreciated. I mean, so much appreciated. Thank you so much for joining us. And for those that may catch the replay, thank you. Please leave whatever questions or comments you may have for the ladies or myself in the comments. We will definitely get back to you. And again, remember, this is a Queen's Roundtable Quarterly Symposium. This will be done quarterly. And I just want you to know that, please, if you do not follow my Facebook page, which is Realizing Your Potential 123, please do so, because that way you can stay up to date with when the next Queen's Roundtable Quarterly Symposium is going to be. The next one will be next year. I don't have an exact date yet. As well as the A Queen's Roundtable show that is done every second and fourth Sunday of the month at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. And during that time, I interview a African-American woman entrepreneur, and we basically just talk openly and candidly about some of the struggles and obstacles that she has overcome or continues to work through, right? Basically, as to inspire others, right? To inspire others that you can do it too. Yes, we might be given lemons, but we can turn it, we can squeeze it, add a little bit of sugar or some agave, right? Or some artificial sugar, and make it lemonade, right? That we do not have to allow our past to dictate our future, right? Yes, our past is our past. We can't undo it. We can't change it. However, that does not mean that we cannot move forward in a productive way, right? To be able to truly create the life that we desire as well as deserve, right? We can definitely do that. So please follow my page. Like I said, that way you can stay up to date with the different events that are going on. I also have a Facebook group. It's called Melanin Magic, Confident Black Women Entrepreneurs. And within that group, I provide different daily ways to increase your confidence, to increase your motivation, to increase your stamina, and basically how you can better hold yourself more accountable, right? To make sure that your business is up and running, that you are doing what you need to do weekly, daily for your business to be successful, right? So that's the purpose of that group. Like I said, if you are African-American, female, over 35, you're an entrepreneur, and you feel that you can benefit, you want to network with some other like-minded ladies out there, doing their thing with their business and so on and so forth. You are a consultant and or coach. Please look me up. Again, it's called Melanin Magic, Confident Black Women Entrepreneurs. And also, I'm on Instagram as well as Realizing Your Potential 123. So thank you again. And I'm Jacqueline Kabah Harrison. I am a self-esteem and confidence coach for African-American women entrepreneurs. Okay, everyone, have a wonderful afternoon, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.